First of all, I want to thank the people of Philadelphia. And definitely the people at the Palestra. It was every bit as good as everybody told me. Unfortunately, I took it that way. I'm not sure my team did. I was pleased to have the opportunity to play here. I think Pat, I appreciate him getting me here. I'm embarrassed that in a city where basketball is like this, that my team would play like they did that first half. We guarded nobody, played with no energy, and I was totally frustrated with the way we played. And I guess I'm going to have to live with some of it, and that's the problem with freshmen up and down, but it was very discouraging. Yet all through all that, we battled back in two situations in the second half. We cut it down to 5, and Nick Ward, who was one of the only guys that played with any real energy, takes that shot and then that full court thing. You just can't do that. Can't do that. And then we cut it to 6, 56-50, and had 4 turnovers in a row. So I thought all in all, Penn State played harder than us, played better than us, and deserved to win. And for me, it's back to the drawing board, which I'm sure I'm going to have many of these, because we do not know how to play hard enough. I gave you a warning for our media after that Rutgers game that looked like a 30-point win, that we didn't play very good in that game, and I said it. And I had a lot of people, questioning my sanity. We got beat by a good team tonight. Northwestern's a good team. Minnesota's a very good team. This is a good basketball team. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the way we defended. We shot 60% the first half, 50 from the 3. We went in here the #1 defensive team in the Big Ten games. And so I'm going to continue to tell you, 14 games from now, you can ask me if I'm ever happy with my team. If anybody asks me that again, you're going to get an answer you don't like. Because this was humiliating for me to be in such a great city and a great basketball venue. And my players did not play, and I did not coach. I did not have them ready to play, so that whole thing falls on me. But I'm just so tired of trying to explain why I don't see the big light at the end of the tunnel. I see us getting better, and the minute I say it, we take that for granted. So my apologies to this magnificent facility. I love the experience. I appreciated the hall. I appreciated everything about it, except I feel like we cheated. Those of you that are seeing great teams, great coaches, and great players play here, you got robbed today by a team in green. Questions?
Can you ever see stuff like this coming, Tom, or do you
No.
have no inkling?
No. We practiced well. They tell me it's the ups and downs of freshmen. They tell me it's this and that. It's got to be the ups and downs of coaching. It's got to be my fault. Doesn't happen in Kentucky, they play a lot of freshmen. Doesn't happen in Duke, they play a lot of freshmen. So I got to look in the mirror, I got to look at my staff, and those are the first 2 people that are going to be held accountable.
In the second half, there was a point where Tom got all over Miles, wasn't going for the ball or whatever. Is this just part of Miles trying to get
Sure. That's, I don't want to say this. Don't be so childish to think, you know what, I'm married. I fight with my wife all the time. You know what, I told Tom, you let anybody act. He did not go after that ball, and he knew it. And so he did what he's supposed to do. Miles got to learn. Miles is frustrated. Miles thinks he's going to come back and be what he was before. You and I and everybody else in the room and everybody else in basketball knows that's not going to happen. So you know what? We took him out and told him. He got over it. Tom was great. Miles is Tom's best friend. And I remember back when Cleves almost punched Peterson, so maybe that'll get us off to a good start. But don't read into anything if you were reading in. If you were not, yes, Miles was frustrated today because he didn't get to do what he got to do because they went at his butt. Period.
Are you saying that Miles
What's that?
Are you saying that, sorry, are you saying that Miles Bridges is not 100% healthy?
Yeah, he's about 80% healthy. I can play him at 3 minutes at a time, but he missed 5 weeks. And I know the hardest part for a fan or a media guy or anybody in sports is usually when a guy comes back, it's going to take him at least half that time to get back to normal. He's going to be fine. He'll be all right, but he's not back to normal. Is he healthy? Yes, he's healthy. Is he back to normal? Not even close.
Do you worry about starting the freshman, the defensive side in particular? I mean, is that a big reason for that early lapse in defense, or do you think that it was beyond just the freshman?
Well, I'd say a freshman learned a little lesson that you got to guard a little better. You know, I would say that happened, and you know, you never knew what the place was like. But I give blame to our kids for not guarding. I give a lot of credit to Penn State. I thought they just came at us. I loved the way they played. I loved the way he coached. He did a hell of a lot better job than I did, and I really, you know, if I was a fan, I would have enjoyed his team the first half. Second half, they struggled a little bit in areas. But when we made that run and we're down 5, from that point on, 10-minute mark on in the game, they all rebounded a 16-4. I think that explains the effortless approach we took, and give them credit. They weren't making shots, but the effort they played with. And if they play with that effort, they got good players. I think he's got his most athletic team. I like his team. I like his team a lot.
Tom, you've seen about every scenario in your career, obviously, but saying we do not play hard enough in January. Is that? Can you recall that one?
You know, you've never seen me start for a freshman either. You know, there's things that happen, and we've been beat up, we've been injured. My toughest guy is sitting on the sidelines, so you know we've had to make some adjustments, and you know, we're working on it. Minnesota, we play tough, you know. It's just not in their DNA on a regular basis. And that's what the process is for. There is a process in this. Contrary to popular belief, there's a process that you have to grow, and you know, and I think they had some guys that I like some of their toughness in some of their guys. But I think it was more of their upperclassmen that brought some things than the young guys. So we'll regroup. I'm just disappointed that didn't get to play a better game in a place that meant a lot to me.
Tom, I think Penn State fans would enjoy your appraisal of their kids. They've got some more athletic kids than they've ever had at Penn State.
I said I watched them warm up. They didn't make a shot. It's unbelievable. They make a shot. I said to my guy, you know, that's probably a bad omen. They're probably saving them all, you know. But they didn't shoot it great during the game. They did the first half, but you know, overall, what did they shoot? 48. That's the best anybody shot against us. But the number of layups and fast breaks and second chance points they had. I love their grit. I love their athletic ability. I love their toughness. I think those wings are tough guys, you know. When you look at them on paper, I thought Stevens, you know, he played hard. I mean, he did a nice job. And Reeves plays hard. And you know, the other guy that I thought played hard was Banks. You know, I thought we did a decent job on Garner, because I think he's been a pain in our side for a long time. And getting more and more. You know, Moore played well against us last year. I think they got more into him. So there were many guys that didn't play well. You know, Carr's going to be a good player. They have good young guys. Their old guys are good. And we knew we were going to come into a hornet's nest here. You know, I'm so stupid. That's what I do every year. You know, I pick somewhere to go to get my brains beat in. And this year was this. Maybe my guys will learn a lesson, because they don't usually, you know, not many times you learn lessons through victory. You usually learn lessons through defeat. And they got some guys that have lost some tough games too. I mean, that game against Michigan, you know, they had that thing won and they lost it. So that's what happens.
Tom, the reliance on the freshmen right now, do you think any of the 4 of them are capable at this moment of kind of stepping into
one of those co-leadership roles like with Tom? Or
Yeah, I really thought Miles would, but boy, it's hard to leave when you're trying to find your own game. And it's going to take him another week or two, But I do think he'll help. But that of all the things, I'd like to ask Pat what he thinks of his guys, because, we do lack leadership with the guys that are out there playing. I mean, Tom is a good leader, but he played as good as anybody today. But that's something we're missing a little bit. But sometimes you're missing it in the hotel, in the locker room, in the bus, in the airplane. We just did not feel we came out ready to play, and that is my responsibility. So before I blame me for that, and I'm going to fix it.
You mentioned that first half of how poor it was. What would you describe it? Was the halftime more kind of challenging them, or were you trying to?
No, we sat out, we played cards, we played euchre, and everybody had a beer, passed the chips around, and just kind of had a good time, I don't know. I mean, was it a fist fight? No, it wasn't a fist fight. Was it a challenging of their manhood? Sure it was. I mean, we did not play hard enough. It wasn't that we didn't play well enough, we didn't play hard enough. I mean, what did we shoot in the first half? 45%. That's not off the charts ridiculous. They shot 60. Give them credit, but give us credit that, we were playing some Olay defense too, and they get 7 shots, put them back in. At the end of the day, I like the way they played, so I give a star out. I give the first one to Pat, because he had to bounce back and get them ready. And I give the red star to me, because I didn't get my guys ready. But coming out that Michigan game, either they have some leadership or Pat did an unbelievable job with both. Because that's a hard loss to take and then bounce right back. And I think the crowd helped them, although we had people here, I was pleased with that. But great venue. I apologize. I just think the venue and kind of made me appreciate, to walk in the locker room and not see any, jacks for Wi-Fi and phones and Twitter. And God, it was great, And I told my guys we probably have to hang our coats on hooks. We didn't even have hooks in there. It was awesome. It was just awesome, Threw my damn coat on the floor. I said, this is the way it belongs, This is some humility. And we need some humility right now in my team.
Time for one more?
On the Kenny's injury, how much of that?
Yeah, that hurt us. I mean, Kenny hurt that ankle pretty good. I don't know how bad, but he couldn't go back in. And when he did, he sprained it. It's not broke or anything, but it's more than a little sprain. So, although probably the guy that maybe played as good as anybody was Matt Van Dyke. He got rebounds, he guarded people. Listen, we didn't play good. They tell me that once in a while you're going to have out-of-body experiences when you're playing a lot of freshmen. We got taken by a team who just played harder than us. And again, I think that's the ultimate job of a coach, get your team ready to play. So I'm going to work on my part. We'll see if we work on their part. Feel good about Penn State. You guys that are here, if they can keep growing, they've done a good job. And he's got a nice team, and Pat's a damn good coach. And for all of you that are from here, thanks for giving me the experience of a lifetime. I truly mean this when I say I appreciated it. Even with a loss, it'll be a memory-making experience for me, and one that I'll cherish anyway.